A step-by-step approach for COVID-19 cases. What is the reporting process for COVID-19? If you're an employee who has tested positive for COVID-19, report to your line manager as soon as you receive your positive test result. Go on self-quarantine in line with the Department of Health and National Institute of Communicable Diseases guidelines. As soon as you report your case, your line manager will immediately report the positive case to the Human Resources and SHE department, as well as the wellness managers, port managers, and/or functional business units. Port managers or functional heads will report it to the Human Resources General Manager. The Port HR Manager or Functional Business Unit HR Manager will report it to the Head Office Wellness Manager. Head Office Wellness will report the case to the National Wellness Center and Metropolitan. The Occupational Health Practitioner or SHE Manager will report it to the Department of Health and the NICD through the COVID-19 reporting lines and structures. What initial information must be captured? Human Resources and health professionals must gather crucial information about the employee, including age, chronic conditions, residential area, mode of transportation, check colleagues for symptoms and advise the employee's family members to check for symptoms. Reporting to the GCE. The port manager must draft a memo with full details of the incident for reporting by the acting chief executive to the group chief executive and attach a draft news flash prepared by the port corporate affairs manager in compliance with the Transnet communication guidelines. Tracking and tracing. The port manager, line manager, and the human resources manager must compile a contact list and advise people who have been in contact with the infected employee to self-isolate and test if necessary. They should consult with the TNPA health professionals for guidance. EAP support for the infected employee, the employee's family and colleagues. Line manager, human resources, crisis managers and health professionals must alert colleagues face-to-face. They must arrange for counseling for colleagues, the infected employee and family through EAP and offer a care kit for infected employees and, where possible, their family as well. Sanitization of the facilities, including aircraft, vessels, vehicles. As soon as possible, sanitization efforts should begin. Facilities operations, line managers, procurement, managers, and SHIRC must identify all assets, including buildings and equipment, to be cordoned off, vacated or closed off for sanitization, and arrange for such with real estate or facilities management. Communication. The line manager, employee representative, and the Human Resources General Manager must arrange a meeting with local and national labor representatives to alert them to the incident at a reasonable time, before the written communique is published by Group Corporate and Public Affairs. TNPA Corporate Affairs must ensure that the draft of the news flash is attached to the memo addressed to the Group Chief Executive and follow up with Group Corporate and Public Affairs. Employee leave. The infected employee and their line manager should arrange with Human Resources for the relevant leave to take 1 to 2 weeks of leave. Retesting before returning to work. Following their recovery, employees must consult with his or her private doctor for COVID-19 retesting and obtain a clearance certificate before they return to work. They must submit their clearance certificate to the TNPA clinic. On the first day of the employee's return to work, the TNPA doctor must assess the employee and issue a certificate of fitness. Reintegration of the employee into the workplace. The line manager, wellness manager, change manager, and port health professionals must organize a reintegration session with the rest of the employees to allay fears. They must conduct a return-to-work interview with the employee for a post-illness review at a TNPA clinic. The line manager must deploy the employee according to the prescripts of the Certificate of Fitness. The line manager and TNPA doctor must monitor the employee for signs of reinfection and post-traumatic stress symptoms. 2 weeks after the employee resumes work, the line manager must provide feedback about the employee to the TNPA doctor and wellness manager. Health and wellness then close the case. Remember, I am a team player. Employees must report as soon as they know their status. I deliver excellence simply. COVID-19 positive employees and their families are supported with counseling, care kit, and leave policies. I believe in zero harm. There is enough adequate PPE for all employees at all times. I care. I make a difference. All facilities, equipment and other assets are safe for employees to work with. I am trusted and ethical. All the communications and positive cases are trustworthy and confidential.